suggested that people who go into bodegas should take their masks off for a second or two, I guess so that you can get facial recognition, and then leave it to, I guess, the bodega owner to enforce this. I wonder if you think this is a viable option for people who own bodegas or work in bodegas to say to somebody, take your mask off. Two things. One, is it safe? And if somebody is a criminal, are they going to really want to comply, or are they going to stab you with their knife? Or if you're immunocompromised, is it a safety thing? So there's two aspects of this. And is this like an admission that the cops just can't handle these kinds of crimes?
Well, okay, a couple of things. I was really surprised. I don't know, was that your story, Mike, or was that Chris's story? You know, I don't know whose story it was about the mask. I think it was Chris. That was you. Okay. Right. You know, yeah, and it's not lost on me. It's not lost on me that I don't see a mask on any of you. It's not lost on me. And I mean, you know, there's sometimes in this city that no matter, you lose your credibility that no matter what someone does, you criticize it anyway. To have a doctor state that to remove your mask for 6 seconds is you're causing a health crisis. I mean, you lose your credibility. I would not get on a plane at JFK if everyone could get on without them showing their faces, so that the TSA and others will have a visual of that. This is a responsible way to ensure that we deal with those who are wearing these masks because they are committing crimes. And so when you say that, does this mean that we cannot solve the crimes? We have a record number of crimes that we're solving. What it does is it allows us to use the video surveillance and technology to identify the person faster. We're solving these cases because there are ways our detectives are doing that.
The reason I'm asking the question is this. Sometimes the people who go into these bodegas intent on committing a crime are not nice people. 100% of the time. And sometimes they're a little bit crazy. So if they walk in and the poor guy behind the counter says you got to take off your mask, doesn't that exacerbate their aggressiveness? And doesn't it cause a bigger problem for the guy who's making the demand? And could that cause more bloodshed, more ugliness, more crime?
And we're not asking the bodega to tell the person when they walk in, hey, sir, you have to take off your mask. There's a sign at the door that the Bodega Association helped us create. Let's be clear on that. The Bodega Association helped us create a sign that says, please, upon entering, remove your mask, and you can put it back on. But think about this for a moment. As I looked at some of the videos, I looked at about 30 videos of people who committed the robberies in Canada smoke shops and in bodegas. In each one of those videos, you saw the person inside walking around with his mask on. And if you did a real analysis of it, you see that, hey, this guy's up to something. So if you're refusing to remove your mask, don't confront the person. But now you're saying, wait a minute, now let me pay attention to this person that's in the store lingering around with the mask. We've gotten so used to the mask that we don't realize that there's a large volume of people that are wearing it, not because of COVID, because they're criminals.
Are you really saying that asking somebody to remove the mask for a minute is like a deterrent, because you're basically saying to the person, we're going to catch your face now, so maybe you shouldn't do that evil thing that you wanted to do?
No, it's not so much as a deterrent. When you are able to get two things, Marsha, that's very important here as we do an analysis of these crimes. They're repeated offenders. And by the time we catch that one person, they did 7 other robberies. If we're able to identify their face fast enough, we're able to broadcast it on TV. We're able to use our Crime Stoppers. We're able to, like we got a tip the other day from the person who did the rape. They said we recognized the person and we identified them. Not having the video surveillance, we're allowing the repeated offenders to continue until we catch them. You know, if you take the mask out of the equation and you're able to identify the face of the person, number one, you catch them faster. Number two, you're able to broadcast it out because we're building a network out with our bodegas that we're going to be able to shoot out to them if there is a pattern somewhere. So we are really involving people in the crime fighting tactics. Masks have done a great job in preventing COVID. Now we must do a great job in preventing crimes.
So on that, just to follow a couple of those things. Now, if somebody's walking around the store like you described with the mask on, they haven't taken it off and look suspicious, what is the store owner then supposed to do? And just one quick one after that.
Well, first of all, he should be aware of what's happening. Because as I analyzed the videos with Chief Madry and his team, you could almost analyze the videos that I looked at. Like I said, it was a substantial number. And there's this pattern of behavior inside the store. You know, he may have some of these places have a security guard there. They have a secondhand person that's in the establishment. You should become aware and conscious of this person that's in your store. The more knowledge you have beforehand, you should have a direct connection to your local community affairs officer. If you feel unsafe, you can report what the possibility, because we're partnering with the bodegas associations.
The quick follow on this was, you know, you talk about with crime, like with crime going down, there's still like a fear. You know, there's still this fear exists. Now, people who are immunocompromised, we're talking about taking a mask off for just 6 seconds, and Fabian sent me the CDC stuff. I mean, there's a fear those folks have of, you know, if I take it off for just a little, it might make things worse. Like, well, how do you address that? Like, is there a way the city can address this and kind of your messaging that you think could be helpful?
Listen, if someone, I'm a strong believer, I'm not going to interpret the fear of someone, because fear is personalized to who you are and how you're feeling. If someone is immune compromised and they believe that if I take my mask off for 3 seconds that I may catch something, I got to respect that. This is a broader conversation of part of our public safety plan. And it's really commendable from Chief Madry to understand and see the connection of those who are wearing a mask and those who are committing crimes. And it is about giving the store owners the additional tools. There's not a one tool to safety. This is an additional tool that he or she will have if a person is not complying with the basic rule of when you come in, remove your mask upon entry. This is a basic understanding. Now, don't kid yourself that everyone that's wearing a mask feel they're immune compromised. Don't believe that hustle. You know, if I'm a bodega owner, 3 a.m. in the morning, someone walks in after they see the sign that says, please remove your mask upon entry, and they're lingering around the store like many of these guys have been doing, I want to be knowledgeable that, hey, this is a person I need to keep my eye on.